Welcome back to What Arty Noobs for General Disturbance. Well, this battle started already without any countdown. Well, you're looking at the Bishop, the Tier 5 British SPG. It's being commanded by hossballs. And in fact, it's a double header featuring him in this Arty. Well, he's got the 4.5-inch howitzer. He's capable of doing 450 alpha and 28mm of pen. And you can see he's driving around in the aim view, which is one of his little specialties. It's what he likes to do. It can be a bit difficult to watch it though sometimes. Oh, that M4A1 has gone in after the T52 and he's done a huge amount of damage already, but I think he's bitten off more than he can chew because rounds out. That was a direct hit. I'm coming out of the aim. Yep, the M4's gone down. Okay, right, well, he didn't get the kill there. That actually went to our M4A1. Our T52 is still alive, but he's lost most of his hit points, so at least the M4 didn't die in vain. Now, of course, the Bishop, the Arty based on the Valentine tank. Bit of a stopgap, actually, until they got the Sexton, which of course was based on, originally on the M3 and then of course on the M4 afterwards. Churchill 7's come forward, but he's actually in a lot of danger now because he's actually overstepped that building and we can get shots on him. He suddenly realised, yeah, he needs to pull back. As you know, hossballs is a bit of an expert when it comes to the Bishop. He loves playing this tank. T37 made a bit of a mistake there. He's now one shot. Rounds out. That's his first kill of the game. Yep, he made a huge mistake. He came between those bushes and although he fired at one of our guys, he also took fire and dropped to below a one shot. And hossballs was able to take advantage of him, especially when he stopped and he was still in the bush, thinking he was safe, when of course he wasn't. Now, the Bishop is a short-range Arty. That's one thing for certain. You have to get fairly close to the enemy, but it also means it's very accurate as well. He just got spotted. Somebody poked over the ridgeline, and it was the AMX CLC, so he has to change position because the enemy Arty in this game are an FP304 and a Bishop, and he doesn't know where they are. So until he actually finds out, he could be vulnerable. In fact, we can see the enemy Bishop was last seen within range of us, so he could actually try for a shot, but of course we have moved since. Now he fired that one in Spectre and Symphony. It looks like he did get a direct hit because the tank he fired at was actually the T-3485. Did go close to the windmill. Got a direct hit on the Juno, who is worried about poking out because he knows there's a Zadimika and another tank destroyer up near the south end of the map, and he's definitely under a lot of pressure. He doesn't want to pull back, but he also knows that if he doesn't pull forward, he's going to be in trouble, and he's now in deep trouble. He's a one shot. He can't stay there now. If he tries to stay, he'll get taken out by the tank destroyers or by hossballs, and that's another kill. Now that T-3485M should still be on the other side of the windmill. We fire one in, and yes, there he is. In fact, the ELC's going to have him, and he does. He gets him. The scores are even at the moment, but look at these guys coming forward. The M10 and the Stug, they've been spotted by our AMX. He's got fantastic view range, and so he can see these guys coming. In fact, it's not just him. The T-52 is up at the center line, sitting behind the building, watching those guys, and you can see where he is right now. Now the T-3485 up at the center line as well. Now that was a hit on the AT2 right at the back there. T-3485M's gone down now. Now, we know that the M10 RBFM and the Stug have gone to the bushes, and so they're basically spotting for the AT2 and the Bishop at the moment. These are speculative shots, and you don't get a whole lot of shells in this Arty, so it's only 39 in total. And there's the enemy Bishop! Okay, so he's going to have to stop in order to shoot. Round about there. Nope, didn't get it. The guy pulled forward, but he is a one-shot. And land the shell near him, it should take him out. Yep, right on top of him, actually. So 3 kills now for hossballs. We're still 1 down on the enemy. And that AMX, I think he was receiving fire from the enemy tanks. Yep, it sounds like the FP304 is trying to remove him and the M10 RBFM on the enemy team. So it seems like the FP304 is just south of the tree line, just south of the enemy cap area. In fact, he's saying to the M10, fall back, because the worry is that if he gets another hit, he's going to be out the game. And he is an important tank destroyer. Very accurate. And now we've got no eye, so we can fire at this guy and strip him of hit points. In fact, just took a hit from the AMX CLC with a 90mm. Now we can kill him. Rounds out. Well, he's gone. We didn't get the kill. Our M44 did that. But the AT2's come forward. And there's the enemy M10 RBFM. Rounds out. Oh, big hit. He didn't go into the cockpit, but he's pulled back because he knows he's in danger. And can we get another shot? Fires one in. Got a bit of a rescue bloom, so that pulled the shell to one side. Now he's got him. Rounds out. He's pulling back into the shot. And there you go. He's out the game. And that's the 4th kill of the game for hossballs. 3 left on either side. We've got 2 Artys and, of course, the tank destroyer, which happens to be the M10 RBFM. So good job that he did ask for that guy to come back. But you can see some shells are coming in this direction. And it looks to me like the AT2 was firing in this general direction. He may have gone into the bushes, but look, there's the Churchill on the enemy team. Remember, they've got that FP304, the Churchill, and the Churchill's now out the game, and that's his 5th kill. He could actually get a Top Gun here. They're pulling back. 2 RT left on their team. The M44 does have some kill. Well, 1 kill. Okay, let the enemy come forward.
Moving in to support you.
Okay, and the M44 is going to back us up. Going to be the AT2. Now, if I was the AT2 driver, I'd stay in the depression all the way down the south. And oh, here comes the Burt, and he's made a bit of a boo-boo there. Unfortunately, we did as well because the rock is in the way. Now he knows that the M44. Oh! The M44 just fired, and the Burt thought, yes, I can get a quick kill here, but he didn't reckon on the Bishop being in a position that he can take him out, and that's his Top Gun. So there's only the AT2 left, and the M44, he could now go up the east side of the map towards the enemy cap, because the AT2, if he does come in this general direction, he won't be able to get back to his cap in time. And there's the AT2. So both can get shots, but unfortunately we are in sight of the enemy. We just got spotted. Did get a nice hit, but the M44, he's obviously aiming as well. I think that was a direct hit because I didn't hear any explosion. So this one is a bit of a knife edge. The AT2 versus 2 Arty. And our Arty does not have a whole lot of hit points. What he does have is common sense, because he is doing what I suggested. Go up the east side of the map towards the enemy cap. Get in their cap. Sit there and start firing shells. And let hossballs just spot for you. You can fire the shells at him. And you can sit in the cap and he can't get back, and he definitely loses either way. Now hossballs is going to have to back off just to spot the guy. Okay, we fired one from the center line. M44, get into the enemy cap. Okay, here comes the AT2, and he's hit us. Now remember that the Bishop does have good hull armor, but it won't stand up to this sort of punishment for long. One more shot and we're out. Well, he missed that one. We're outside his gun arc now. He has to turn to face us. And hossballs is doing his best, but it's too late. But the M44 is in the cap and it's too late for the AT2 to do anything about it. So the AT2 turned, fired his round right into the gun shield of the Bishop, which of course is the thinnest armor, only 39mm. He'd already put several rounds in there. And hossballs is out of the game, but he's got his top gun. But look at this. Don't go out of the cap. Whatever you do, don't go out of the cap. He's actually putting down the trees to give him some natural cover. But now the AT2, it's impossible for him to get back in time. It's such a slow tank. This M44 has virtually guaranteed the game by doing what I said. Get into the enemy cap, shoot at the enemy from long range, and he can't do anything about it. There's no way he's going to get back. At best, he'll get back to the center line just as you cap out, and he'll see you get the victory. Of course, the view range for this Arty is not very long, but it's too long for the AT2. M44 is the tier 6 Arty. It was a tier 6 game with tier 5 tanks in it. He's raising his gun, mainly because I think he knows that he's got the win. Somebody's firing in this general direction. And that's it. They've done it. He's fired. And the AT2 never saw him at the end. Just fired in the general direction of the cap. Here's the end of battle result, and that was an ace tanker game for hossballs in the Bishop. He got a counter battery fire medal. He took out both enemy SPGs. First he took out the Bishop, and then he took out the FP304, who made a mad run towards our M44, thinking that he was all alone, and of course he wasn't. There was a Bishop nearby watching him and loaded, ready to fire. He also got a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 17. And he got the Top Gun for getting at least 6 kills in the game. He got 6 exactly. Couldn't fend off that AT2 indefinitely. They're both very slow Arties. The Bishop can only do maximum speed 24. And I believe the AT2s are around about the same. So it was a pair of snails trying to fight each other. But of course, the fire rate of the AT2 is far faster than the Bishop. And no matter how many shells that hossballs pumped in, the AT2 was bound to do more damage in the end. The win 8 from that one, 4,594, which is Super Unicum standard. Let's have a look at the team score and see where it all went down. Well, the highest damage in the game goes to the Churchill 7 on the enemy team, who picked up a high caliber and 2,870 hit points. Second highest damage was hossballs with 1,398. And the third highest damage, well, that goes to the Strib 74 on our team, who got a Confederate medal and 1,392 hit points of damage. When it came to the M44, he only got 911 hit points of damage. But of course, he did pick up the Invader medal because, of course, he was all alone in the cap at the end of the game. He had been seen, so he doesn't pick up a Raider Invader. And when it came to kills, you can see hossballs got that one. 6 kills to him. 5 kills went to the Churchill 7. And then 2 kills went to the KB85 on our team and the M10 RBFM and FP304 on the enemy team. And when it came to base XP, it's hossballs. Yes, 822 went to... Oh, actually, it's wrong. I'm wrong. It was the Churchill 7, 851, based on the fact that he did a huge amount of damage. But second place, it's hossballs again with 822. So he got second on damage, second on base XP. top on kills. And in third place, we can see it was the M44 who managed 713 at the end of the game. hossballs fired 29 rounds, so he had 10 rounds left at the end of the game when he was killed. He did 15 direct hits on the enemy, 1 penetrating shot, and 16 splash. 1,398 hit points of damage, of which 1,141 were at more than 300 meters. Obviously, the shot on the FP304 was very close, and so were some of the other shots on the AT2. And I think if we look to see which one he penetrated, well, it was the enemy bishop. Yes, that shell went right on top of him, came down almost vertically, and went straight through his roof. So, going back to the rest of the detail, we can see he received 7 hits from the AT2, 7 penetrations, 10 enemy vehicles were damaged, 6 were killed, 45 hit points of damage assistance. On a free-to-play account, he earned a profit of 8,447 credits, and he also took away 1,233 experience points. So, great little game. He wasn't alive at the end, but he effectively delayed the AT2 long enough that the M44 could get into the enemy cap area and guarantee the win. And that's what I was suggesting at that time, saying, get up there, sit in the cap, let hossballs show you where the enemy is, and you can just keep blasting him from afar, and there's not a lot he can do about it. He can't go into the cap, he can't return, he just wouldn't get there in time. He must have been struggling to get up that hill, and thinking all that time that there was no way he was going to get back in time. He was gonna lose in sight of his own cap. So that's the end of the first game. Another great one by hossballs. But we got another one. So let's have a look at that replay. And another game has started. This time we're on Ensk, and hossballs is in the bishop still. Now this one is a tier 5 with tier 4 tanks. First shot through direct hit on the 14 TP, right on the front upper plate. Must have tracked him. Now of course, Ensk is one of those maps which could almost be made for the bishop. It is short range Arty, but just about everywhere on Ensk can be hit by the bishop. Even from the bottom of the map, which is where we are at the moment. We really haven't moved away from the spawn point yet, but you can see we're already hitting enemy tanks severely. M485 there, the M4 with the 85mm gun. Of course, the Soviets did put an unusual number of different guns on some of the tanks they were lent by the Lend-Lease. That 14 TP is battle wounded now, but we're going to go for the M8A1 because he does have a nice little cockpit and he does go bang. So he's got his first kill. The 14 TP is coming on. Didn't mention the reload rate. The standard reload on this Arty is 12.37 seconds. He's got his second kill. And you can see hossballs has got 9.87, so he's lost 3 seconds off the reload. Yep, that M5 Stuart made a quick dash to the south side of the map. We didn't get spotted, but you can see there's lots of buildings obstructing our field of fire, and it is an encounter game. Number of enemy tanks in sight, and some of them are taking up positions to shoot, and that makes them very vulnerable. Oh, he's got his third one. The M10 goes down, and yep, kill number 3. Lines up a shot on the Matilda, just misses it. He did get a bit of a rescue wiggle. That normally happens when you adjust and you over adjust. Okay, a couple of enemy tanks he can knock out over here, the BDR, and there's one right at the other end which is a Stugfear. Fire blind. Oh, he got him! That's kill number 4. He just wiped out the BDR, who was a one-shot. Now he's pulled back because there's a railway wagon he can shoot over. We can't see the Stugfear at the moment. The enemy Matilda is in the cap area, trying to use the cover. Knocked it down there by mistake. And he took a direct hit as a result. And that's 28 capture points reduced. Okay, we just spotted another useful tank to take up. The M5A1 was spotting and sitting there next to the railway wagons, and whilst he's actually doing that, he's vulnerable. Oh, he pulled back just in time. We've been spotted. Now, who's spotting us? It's the Stubir. He's only a short distance away. We've got a few wagons in the way, but he's pointing towards the north. And yes, another kill. 5 kills now for hossballs. He's making this look easy. It's not easy, but it's very fun to watch. M8A1 hiding behind the sheds. Now, what can we do? The gorilla on the enemy team is way up the other end of the map. I'm not sure we can get him. He's not quite in range. It's 4 versus 3 now. The Matilda is a one-shot. Can he be our 6th kill? Rounds out. Yes! He's got another Top Gun. 2 Top Guns. Okay, do it again. Rounds out. Just misses it. M8A1's very vulnerable. Thin armor. You can normally penetrate them, even if you send the shell through the side of the vehicle. But oh, he's got that one as well. They definitely go in through the roof, and that's the end of the game. Another demonstration of hossballs' brilliant control of the Bishop. He managed to get a second-class tanker out of that game, as well as a Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 12, and he got another Top Gun, but this time round he didn't get 6 kills. He actually got 7. He was 1 short of getting a Radley's at the end of the game. The win rate from that one, 4,124, which is Super Unicum standard, and he was alive at the end of the game. 7 kills, low rolls. He just hates Ensk. It says it's one of his block maps. It's also one of mine, actually, because if you're playing Arty, long-range Arty, it's not the map to be on. If they bring in the new large Ensk, the enlarged Ensk, that will be certainly a very, very good map for Arty. But it's going to be a very difficult map for Arty, I think, because, of course, all those buildings in the town. But with all the extra greenery, I think, yes, it might actually make it a different map. So, anyway, let's have a look at the team score and see where everyone is. Well, the highest damage in this one went to the Honey 3 on our team, who managed to get the high caliber on 1,768 hit points of damage. Second highest damage was the KV1 Shielded, who managed 1,210. And in third place, we can see it was hossballs with 1,193. And of course, he got the Top Gun. When it came to kills, we can see there's hossballs with 7 kills, top on that one. Next was the Honey 3, the VK3001H. And on the enemy team, their M8A1, their BDR, their SU76 GFT, and their Matilda all managed 2 kills apiece. And when it came to base XP, well, he's got that one too. No, he doesn't actually. The winning team did get it. The KV1 Shielded got 929. Then the Honey 3 managed 690. And then it's hossballs with 662. So third place on that one, top on kills, and third place on the number of hit points of damage. So let's have a look at detail. He fired 18 rounds in this game, barely moved away from his spawn point. He got 10 direct hits and 1 penetrating shot and 12 splash. Damage of 1,193, of which 1,048 were at more than 300 meters. Damaged 8 of the enemy, killed 7 of them, so he was close to getting a Radley's. And he got 28 defense points when he reset the Matilda in the cap. He actually made a loss on this game. On a premium account, he actually made a loss of 238 credits. I think we can make that he was getting kills, but he wasn't getting a huge amount of hit points when he was doing it. He got 25 bonds for a mission achievement and 993 on the base XP for the game. Now, who did he actually penetrate in this one? Well, I would have thought it would be the M10 RBFM, but it's not. How about the M8A1? Yes, I did say the armor on those things is very thin. And one of the M8A1s, I think he hit, it went right through. May have landed in the cockpit, actually, to get the kill, but he didn't penetrate the other one. So another great game by hossballs. I think, actually, whenever he sends in a Bishop game, it's well worth watching just to see what he gets up to next, because I'm sure that someday he's going to end up with a Pools medal In fact, I think he may already have a Pools medal in the Bishop, but I wouldn't put it past him getting some of the higher medals, you know, some of the medals that you can only dream about at tier 5. If you enjoyed this replay, please give this video a like, do subscribe to our channel, leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm, and thank you for watching!